Welcome back to Off the Rail. Day one is nearly over. I'm joined with the big boss, Emily Frazer. First of all, Emily, it's a little bit high up here.
It is. Don't you go falling down, so I don't want to pay the health and safety bill. First of all, can I just say, how have you managed to wrangle some 9-ball merch? Have you paid for it?
Yeah, I've put it on your bill.
It's been selling well here. We've been speaking to
onboarder
here. They're doing the heat pressing of so the players having their names on the back, and the UK Open jerseys look great. I mean, it is red, white, and blue in this arena, and I absolutely love it.
Well, that's what I'm going to talk about because you can see it in the background. Emily, what an arena! And unbelievably, I've not heard any player complain yet about anything, and everyone's saying good things about the arena. What's it like trying to set up an event like this with 24 tables?
Well, I don't know if you can see it here, but there's grey hairs starting to form all here, probably all in the Matchroom multi-sport team as well. I mean, to be fair, hats off. It's been quite an intense rig here in this venue. It's obviously, it's a huge sporting venue. We host our netball events here. We've hosted our basketball events. We sell the arena out at 7,000 capacity. So to come into this venue for a pool tournament with 24 players was totally different for us. It is a logistical challenge, but I mean, look at the setup. It looks fantastic. This is what we should be doing for our US Open, our European Open, our UK Open. I won't rail off anymore, so I don't want to ruin the surprises that are coming soon. But this is the setup that we should be doing. Tweak it for when we switch to European and we go to Europe colours. It's just, I love the colours in here, the red, white and blue. It's very British. I said it yesterday at the press conference, 35% of the field are British players. And it's been great to see those faces coming in. And, I haven't heard any complaints, but I don't know if they say it behind my back, but every player that's coming off the table is saying, win or lose, a great atmosphere, love to be here, part of the event. I know that it's a little bit of a shame, and probably the one negative that can be spoken about this event is that we're not, on Sky Sports from day one. That's okay. We've got the last 16, baby, from Saturday and Sunday on Sky Sports Action. And we've got 2 free streams on YouTube, on Facebook, on Matchroom Live for 4 days of 2 tables. We've got commentary on one. We listened to everyone say that they don't like the stream without the commentary. We've put that onto one table. So we've got those four days set up, and we've got a juicy day 2. I mean, the matches that come through that we were choosing from, you got it's just the matches are exciting.
Yeah, obviously there's no big shocks yet on day one. Everyone's just sort of going through nicely. But let's talk about the snooker players. They've all won. They've had a bit of a taster. Obviously, you know them pretty well. What have they been saying to you? What's the gist of it out there?
Well, they kind of, as soon as they both come off the table, both Martin and Gary came up to me and went, oh my gosh. And Martin was like, I was a little bit twitchy, and I was watching him, have the practice, because I think in snooker, they don't get the 2-minute practice on the table.
Okay.
We don't normally do that on our one-table setups, but here on the multi-table, when we don't have practice tables and things like that, the players, they get 2-minute practice before they play. So the opponent will see how that player is particularly practicing. But Martin came off and said, I'm so happy that I won, Gary the same. And they both went, right, when am I next playing? When can I next get on the table? It's like, no, winners is tomorrow. You're looking at about 10 a.m. tomorrow, and, we're going to schedule you on the TV table. But they're both excited. I think it's a different atmosphere. There's nothing on in the snooker calendar, so why the hell not?
Yeah, and we've got a DJ pumping out the tunes as well. They must like that.
Exactly, and I think, it's definitely one thing that we like to do in our multi-table events is that you don't want to hear the pin drop. If there isn't a live DJ at our events playing consistently, then I want people screaming, I want people chanting, not when they're down on the shot. We have to try and keep that balance. But you look at this arena and you see the upper banks of the seating there. When we sell this out for 7,000 fans, what we should be now thinking about is the Moscone Cup in a couple of years' time. Imagine, like a boxing ring, you're down in the centre.
I'm glad I'm not playing. Playing in a Moscone Cup, that would be scary.
Now we're talking twitchy bum vibe.
Yeah.
But you're looking at that big setup, and yes, it's going to be really difficult to go from how the purists and the traditionalists see it, and they're enclosed in that arena. I don't know if it would work. We might try it and it might not actually work, but there's got to be a point where we take the Moscone Cup, an event that big, to a 7,000 capacity. This is the kind of arena that you could do it in. You know, we've got meetings this week to pencil our dates in for future years here for the UK Open. The crowd's been filling in. I know people are saying, you know, fill the seats up, but you've got to remember there's 24 tables in action here. People are sitting all around the tables. The seating banks have been filled down here.
Oh, the atmosphere's been good. That last match there with Sanchez, there was a crowd there, and I think all day they've been, you know, hanging around. It's got a good vibe,
Definitely, and I think it's shown that, you know, the crowd wanted to come down for this match, and what we're really trying to find now is what events work at what venues. You know, our announcement with the US Open of Atlantic City at Harrah's, we've got those dates in. That works there. Now let's build on that.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do in the Matchroom pool events. But, you know, I'm thrilled at this first date. Do you know what? Don't get me wrong. You asked me at 8 o'clock this morning. I mean, I was putting wristbands on players coming through. It's carnage, but that's what happens. Everyone dips in. The Matchroom team have been working so hard. Everyone's been here, long hours, but we see what outcome comes, and we see how happy the players are, and we've given them a different experience here. I'm loving it here, and I love to see what the matches play out.
Talking of juicy matchups, Joshua Filler, Pia Filler, if they both win, they play each other.
Oh, talk about the popcorn, bring out the cinema 3D glasses. That would be incredible. I mean, there's still a lot to happen. You've got, you know, Pia's got to beat Chris Reinhold, who's a tough opponent as well. And Joshua Filler's got his own match to play too. So we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but that kind of environment, I mean, there's going to be a favourite. Of course there is, but you just don't know. Like the Coe brothers, they played one another in the Whirlpool Masters. We haven't seen this in a professional tournament before. Pia and Josh, husband and wife, playing one another in a proper competitive environment. So that could be very exciting.
Yeah, he might feel a little bit guilty if he's like 4-0 up. You just don't know.
He'll be sleeping on the sofa, put it that way.
Right, I think that's a wrap here on day one at the UK Open 9-Ball Championships. Not long to wait for day two, 10 a.m. If you want to watch table one, it's on the Facebook page, Matchroom Pool. And if you want to watch table two, Matchroom Pool YouTube channel. We'll see you there.